Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back. I'm Horlicks. If you've forgotten me, it's been a long time. I've got a couple of co-hosts that have helped me out last minute, so thank you so much. And I've got with me, I've got Dave. There we go.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Horlicks' stream.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And I've also got Adrian.
Hi all. So I'm slightly in the dark.
Dark, yeah. What have you got? It is a bit dark there.
Yeah, I don't really have much powerful lights because when it's dark, I have powerful lights in a certain area. That's why I'm slightly dark at the moment.
That's all right. So, yeah. So, well, basically, those of you who don't know, obviously back in September, I haven't been online for a long time, and my mental health has sort of declined. A lot of you do know, but some of you don't know, perhaps, that watch my channel and maybe not others. My partner, who I was with, unfortunately, I found him deceased, and that was in September. He was 34 years old, so very young. So because I found him, that I thought I was okay, and then it's sort of, you just get that image in your head, and things went downhill for me, and then I lost interest in a lot of stuff. I just didn't want to do anything, and I was a bit of a recluse. But then I was sort of tried to come back, then things went backwards again, and now I'm back now. I feel fine. Obviously, the coronavirus situation is not helping because everyone's now isolated and, trying not to go out. And yeah, I feel ready now. This is the best time to crack on with the build because there's nothing else to do. We can't go out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm back. So that is sort of roughly what the situation's been. And yeah, so I'm glad to be back. I've got a massive pile of mags, and I'll just show you down there. I've got this whole box, it's heavy, full of Routmaster, because I've just been saving them up. So I think it's about time. Excuse the mess on the bed, I'll just move stuff out of the way. But now I think it's about time I get some of this from the box onto the bus, because I need some room. I couldn't even get to my computer desk because everything just gets shoved under here. So yeah, that is sort of what is going on. And yeah, so I thought this issue I've been dreading 65 actually, because I know it's quite a long one, and yeah, it'll be nice to get that done. Hopefully, if there's time, tackle 66. We'll see how it goes, and then 65. That'll be a very, very quick one. So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, thank you, Dave and Adrian, for coming on at the very last minute.
You're welcome.
Messaged at 12:30 and said, right, needs to do a live stream at 1:30. So yeah.
Well, you're welcome. As you say, I mean, we're pretty much all at home. We're all isolated at home, aren't we? So, I was busy in the garden and garage, but I can do that anytime. It's not a problem. And the chance to help you, Horlicks, was too good to pass off, really, because obviously we need to get you up and running again and get this big issue out the way. Because obviously this big issue, 65, it's ginormous. It's like, can you remember 29 when we did the engine?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit like that. It's a bit. But once it's out the way,
because it's very light and small.
Yeah. And it throws you a crooked ball, really, because obviously in there you've got seats.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, we're just doing seats. Oh no, you're not. You're not doing seats.
So hoping
you just put those parts you receive in this issue one side.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to obviously get a good view on the desk, because my desk is not the biggest in the world. But yeah. Okay, so let's get started. I'm still trying to get used to how all this works. So bear with me a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
there we
That's it.
Yeah,
That's the one. Yeah.
So I've got Adrian very kindly doing the digital instructions on the screen. Where do we start? I suppose I better open the mag. I'm really out of practice.
Yeah. Have you got a camera down to your desk?
So
Okay.
let me just adjust this camera.
Lovely.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Bear with me 1 second, please. 1 second.
I think he had a knock at the door, so he had to go and check who it was.
Yeah, I think he did too. Yeah, I think he did too. So yeah, and to those people that's watching, yeah, this is issue 65 of Build the Classic Routemaster. Okay.
For some reason, the screen is not huge, so I might have to just bounce back and forward from the instructions.
Yeah, I think you can alter it a bit further than that as well. You can alter it so you're solely on the screen.
Or
Yeah,
just
I'm-
slowly put the instructions up and then slowly on you, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that's exactly it, Alex. Yeah, that's exactly it. So if you go back to the instructions,
Yeah.
and then we'll okay. So everybody, this is issue 65 of Build the Classic Routemaster, and we're fitting the lower deck to the chassis. And in this issue, your model takes a major step as the chassis and lower deck are attached. The parts supplied are for seating in the upper deck. Assembly instructions will be given in issue 68. So, Horlicks, what parts have you got today?
Okay, so this is. Oh, let me just change the camera. There we go. Right, I've got some seats and stuff. Obviously, we're not actually going to need these in this issue then.
No.
So I may as well leave these all in the bag, safe for safekeeping.
Yes, as it said in the top there, be given in issue 68.
68.
So what I did notice in the red round circle was for the body chassis assembly in this issue, you'll need the following screws supplied with issue 64. Get them lined up ready for use. 3 times GM screws, 10 times JP screws, and 2 times IP screws.
Yeah, and I've actually got from the last build I did, I left them all in there. So I think we're going to be using a lot of these ones here.
Wow, yes, that's it. That's correct. Yeah, IP, JP, and GM.
Brilliant. Yeah, I left them a bit dusty, but yeah, I left. This is where I left them since the last build I did.
You're so organised, Horlicks.
I just sort of tucked it in underneath the bus. So yeah, so in here it looks like we've got 4 seats. Obviously, all the corresponding seat covers, and 4 stands, and a massive pack of JP screws.
JP, yeah.
So, in regards to this issue, I'm happy that everything is in there, complete and in good condition.
Yeah.
So
Jolly
that
good.
can just be put to one side then, I guess.
Jolly good. Okay. So, turning the magazine over, and step 1, stage 1 is
God.
yeah. It's important to read through all the instructions, excuse me, before starting the construction. And so obviously, guys, in this issue, we are building issue 65 of Build the Classic Routemaster. We're putting the body onto the chassis, and this is a major, major step. So I'll just give you a few minutes to get organised, Horlicks, and we'll go to the chat. we'll go to the chat, and already we've got Steve Graham. Welcome back, Horlicks, and hello, Dave and Adrian. Hello, Steve Graham. And then we've got Fleetwood J. Hi, everyone. Sorry I can't join in. Welcome back, Horlicks, and we've missed you and your bus, and take care and be safe, everyone. We will. Thank you ever so much, Fleetwood J.
Thank you very much. Yeah, same too. Stay safe, and yeah, but just it's nice to be back, and I just want to get this. I've been dreading this issue. I don't know why. I think because of just being a bit low, I just didn't feel up to it, and there's a lot to do. But I am really happy I'm getting on with this now because, yeah, I think I'm hoping it's not going to be as bad as it seems. I say that now, but we'll see.
Well, I'm going to give you a little tip before we actually start, Horlicks, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Because obviously me and Christine have built two between us, and we obviously have had foresight through the group and everything, and it seems that the general consensus of opinion is that the rear of the bus, where the rear entrance is, the wall there, the plastic wall, people have been taking that wall off when they've been doing this issue to do this issue rather easily. And a lot of people have been struggling with the back wall on, and for the simple case of just taking 4 screws out, I think it's 2 JPs top and bottom of each side, that back wall actually comes off, and it makes the whole job a lot easier. Okay. So what do you think of that suggestion before we actually start?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything to make things easier. I've just noticed I do have a bit of a gap here. Is that normal?
Yeah, don't worry about that. That'll fill in later on. Right,
cool. So I'll undo these screws. Now, I don't really know what the best camera angle for you all is.
Well, one of the problems with this, one of the problems with this bus, about there somewhere, is the fact that it's so big.
Yeah.
It's a massive build, isn't it? It's a massive piece of kit, and getting it all in camera is rather difficult.
Right, so I'll take them out, and then we should have 2 screws this side.
Yeah. And we can see that you've already got it set on your chassis, but obviously it's only temporarily sat on there.
It's balancing on, it's not.
So going back to the chat again, pot of Valium and stiff drink needed for this. Good luck, says Fleetwood J. Steve Graham says, hi, Fleetwood J. Max Mods says, hi, everybody. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Max Mods.
Hello, Mark. Right, so I can actually unplug this, can't I?
Yeah, if it just comes through the little gap there, and you unplug it, and you remember where that was plugged to. Oh, have you got it plugged into the circuit board? No, I don't think you have yet.
No, not yet. So I can plug that back in so don't lose it. No, I haven't got the circuit board yet. So that's the wall off.
Yeah, jolly good. So with that, then we'll go to step 1 if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So step 1 is position the bus body on the chassis, ensuring that the 3 tabs on the rear door wall 54A fit over the sockets in the chassis 16A. See also the diagram in step 5. At the same time, check the positions of the raised screw sockets on the underside of the floor panels 43A and 42A. There are 4 on each side, which fit into the sockets down either side of the chassis frames 16A and 17A, as indicated by the dotted lines. Now, obviously, Horlicks, already you've taken 54A off the bus, so you don't have to worry about that so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So that rules out really step 2, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So it's just a case of lining the rest of it up, and obviously the pipe, because if I remember correctly, right, I'm gonna have to move this up.
Yeah.
There is, so this actually needs to come off because this shouldn't be fitted.
No.
So obviously we need to line up this pipe. I remember there being, yes, this bit here.
The end of that pipe. Now, if you look in the end of the body where the bonnet attaches to the wall, you'll see a hole that it actually goes into.
Yeah. So is it best to bring this into the front and then drop it down at the back?
Yeah, I would have said so. Did you actually do the light mod?
Yes, I did. Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
done.
All right. How have you got the light mod wires?
At the moment, it looks a bit of a mess, but I've run these wires and taped them to avoid the chassis.
Okay. So you're going to have to position them like them wires where you can actually get at them from underneath them, aren't you?
Yeah, and then it runs all the way through, and I've run the cable out the back here, which I haven't connected yet. And I've also got a spare LED just here because I'm hoping it's going to light the underneath of the bus.
Wow.
But if it doesn't, that's just a spare LED. But if it doesn't, I can disconnect that.
Yeah.
But these are taped in a certain way to avoid anything here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
I've already done that. It's a bit messy, but we're not going to see that.
Horlicks, you are so organised.
But that was the last thing I did. So right, let's try and get this all in.
So obviously, at the same time, you've got to try and put that pipe in the front there, and line the body up, ready for it going down onto the chassis.
Right. Let me just grab some tweezers because I think they might be needed just to get that in.
It's very tricky indeed.
Oh, I actually think that may have gone straight in.
Wow.
Possibly.
Actually, one of ours did. In fact, I think it was Christine. She was so lucky.
And then
a lot of the instructions in this magazine, in this issue, Horlicks, is the main phrase is at the same time. At the same time. Because you've got to do 4-6 things at the same time. And it does get a bit confusing sometimes. So step 3 then is at the same time align the peg on the heating line 40F against the hole beneath the bonnet of the front wall 48A. With all these elements are in place, you can then fix the body to the chassis together, which takes us nicely onto step 4.
Right.
Now, obviously, what you've got to do now is make sure that that pipe's in, which is done, and then make sure that it's all lined up against the chassis all the way around, which you're doing now, aren't you?
Yeah, doing that now.
And you'll notice that there's a slight gap between the chassis and the body on the near side and on the off side. And I wouldn't worry about that gap. And it's near to the front, the back of the front wheel.
Okay, I think, right, that's,
Can you let me know what you're doing?
yeah, sorry, I'm just putting that pipe in, and I think that's gone in. That looks nice and flush all the way around.
Wow. Yes, it does. Can you see that gap behind the front wheel?
Yeah, just there.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
And then the other side, again, all seems pretty flush.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's actually
clicked into place.
Looks marvelous. Look absolutely marvelous. Okay, so I would imagine it's either step 4 or step 5 now, depending on how you want to work it. I would suggest that you go step 5 and then step 4, because step 4 is actually putting the back on and screwing the back to the underneath. But that's entirely up to you. Now, both me and Christine, we turned our buses upside down to do this. Once we got the back on, of course. And
the best way to do that, because it's quite flip. I wouldn't like to have it upside down, all the weight on it. Do you think I could do it from its side?
Yes, why not? Yes, as long as you keep it together. Because obviously the body will want to try and fall off the chassis.
Mine seems to have locked on quite firmly, actually.
Yeah.
So why don't you do step 5?
Yeah.
Then go back to step 4. Then at least that floor is attached to the body work.
Okay, so I definitely put that on its
That's
side.
exactly what I would do.
Bring the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Best I can do.
Yeah. So with JP screws then, Horlicks, it says continue down the right-hand side of the underside of the bus using 4 JP screws fixed to the chassis frame 16A and 17A to the floor sections of the lower deck, 42A and 43A.
So we're looking at this hole, 2, 3.
And then 4. Yeah. And while you're there, you could do the other side as well.
Yeah. Okay. And then they are further up, aren't they? Where are we? So 1 there. 2.
Yeah. 2. 3. Yeah.
And 4 down
4.
here.
That's right. That's correct.
Cool. Okay. I'll start with the bottom.
Yeah,
then.
that's correct. Yeah.
Brilliant. JP.
So you may have to push the body towards the chassis to stop the screw from pushing the body out.
I'm not sure if I've got the right screwdriver bit now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see what you mean.
It's a case of getting one hand around the other side to stop the body from pushing off.
Okay, need to adjust this again because I think it's done exactly that. I think it's just popped out slightly.
Oh, it's all right.
No, yeah, it does look all right, actually. Oh,
all right, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. God, it's heavy now.
You wait till it gets a bit further along the line. You're going to need muscles on muscles.
muscle. Yeah, when I get the other bit on, I've felt some of the issues because I've got obviously some more of the framework.
Yeah.
And this, those of you are wondering, this bit of tape here is just purely to protect this very fragile piece here.
Yeah. Very wise.
It's just so I know it's there.
And we've noticed that you've done the other one too, the other fragile piece nearer the front.
Oh yeah, here.
Yeah. You're so well organised, Horlicks. It's unbelievable.
Right. Oh, yeah, JP. Yeah, I am using the right screws.
Yeah, JP. Yeah, JP for both sides, Horlicks.
Brilliant. That's 3 in. Let me move the camera a bit.
It's looking well. It's looking well.
Right, that's those 4 in without a hitch. So I'm going to go up to this hole here now.
Yeah.
Sorry if it's a little bit blurry. Hopefully it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. We're all right.
Oh, it looks okay.
That's it. Brilliant. That one. And then I'm going to get one just up here. Brilliant. That's that one.
Lovely.
And there we go. That one. And then the last one's going in now. Yeah, brilliant. I'm happy with that. That's gone in very tight.
Jolly good, sure. Jolly good, sure.
So now,
Okay, so now we'll go back to step 4, shall we?
yeah, I'll just bring that back up again so we can see.
Yeah. Step 4 is check all the wires are correctly placed before continuing, starting at the rear underside of the bus. Attach the rear door wall 54A to the rear chassis frame 16A using 3 GM screws. Now, obviously, you're going to have to mind all your wire work while you're doing this, because obviously you've got a wire going across the bottom there.
Yep.
And down one side, haven't you?
Yes, I actually taped it into place when I did the issue.
Yeah, because it told us so many millimeters down, didn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that is to specification, and then this bit obviously comes round the side wall.
Yeah, that's
so
correct.
Left a little bit of
slack. Yeah.
So I'm going to push this wire back through.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they should just all slot
into place. It should do. Now, I suggest you put your side screws in perhaps first, maybe. Unless Adrian thinks it might be better to put the bottom ones in, dear.
It's his choice, basically. Either the bottom ones or the side ones.
I think I'm just going to check the cable. I think I'm going to put the side ones back in first.
Or one each side, basically. Then the bottom, then finish to the other two screws.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone can remember. Can you confirm? I've got these two wires coming out between the frame and the back. Is that normal?
No, they need to go over. I've got ours over that frame.
What in
there? Yeah, where the others are coming from. Yeah. You may have to slightly loosen that side off and just pull it up a little bit and pop them in.
Okay, right. Let me just adjust my camera angles again while I just quickly have a look.
Okay. That's where mine are, Adrian and Christine's. Are yours like that on?
That's where I'd put mine. I think that's where they're all meant to be, basically.
Yeah.
It's a shame they don't show an image of that point there.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll undo that.
Just so you can get some flex, if you can.
I might have to just undo another one here.
A couple more, yeah. Just to give it a bit of flex.
Carefully.
It could be a back wall that's stopping that now.
Oh, yeah. See what I mean? It's quite tightly fixed in, all of this.
Yeah, it is.
Fine. I don't want to force it too much. Ah, there we go.
You have to get over enough because you do have another screw to go up there.
Yeah, there you go. Look, done.
Excellent.
So now everything's coming through.
That one hole, yes.
Up there.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
All you need to do now is to screw them back in. Sorry about all the work you're having to do, Horlicks, but
that's all right.
It's
no, it's good. Nice to get back on it. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, it's all right.
Just a screwdriver, I think.
Right, so that's that back on. So now I can put the back into place.
Yeah.
Right, let me adjust camera angles again. Move the camera back towards the back.
And by the time you finish today moving that bus around, you'll have done all your exercises.
Yeah. So sorry again, it's a little bit blurry, but
that's all right. It's okay. That's perfect.
So yeah, I'm going to put the side screws back in as it's upright.
Yeah. Oh, what's happened to my chat? It won't move along.
Go.
There we are.
Then I'll support this and get the other two in, and then I can then put it back on its side.
To do the underneath ones, yeah. Remembering, of course, that the underneath ones are GM screws.
GM, right.
So you're going to need maybe a drop of oil if you're using oil.
Yes, yeah. I've got
Obviously, M stands for metal, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's that repositioned. I'm going to put it back on its side carefully.
Oh, you.
I'm going to tape this back down.
Yeah. I seem to remember you have a fascination with tape.
Oh, I absolutely love electrical tape. Yeah. Right, so now we are working on the bottom.
Yeah. 3 GM screws. I think they'll probably be difficult to line up. But once you line them up and get a screw in, then they'll go.
Okay, so GM. Just going to change the screwdriver head. There we go. Well, I'm going to start with the middle because that's lined up perfectly.
Yeah. I suggest you don't screw it in all the way.
And I forgot the oil.
Oh.
Hang on. I've got oil here somewhere. Go. Right, put a bit on this bag.
Max Mods says it's nice to watch live during the day.
Yeah, I thought, because I know there's a lot of people that do lives in the evenings now, so I thought, well, while we're on this situation, I can nab some daytime. Right. I'm going to loosen that off a bit. So that's one M.
Yeah.
I'm still with this screwdriver. Let me just try this head. I've lost track of what the best heads are for the screws.
Yeah, so we use a combination of screwdrivers now, and I'm exactly the same. I can't remember which is which.
And then another GM. So there's only 3, isn't there?
Yeah, there's only 3.
Brilliant. So they've all gone in. That's 1. Move this up again.
Yeah.
2. And last of all, 3. There we go.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So did you get the 2 screws each side in that back?
Yeah, they're back in.
Yeah.
Both
On the
sides.
other side. Yeah,
Yeah.
jolly good. So we've done step 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
So step 7, this is where you'll probably need it on its side again, Horlicks.
Right.
Step 7 is at the rear right-hand corner, fix the deck 43A to the chassis frame 16A using an IP screw. Repeat at the rear left-hand corner inset below. So both the right-hand corner and the left-hand corner, there is a screw going into the very, very corner, an IP screw each side.
Right. So, yeah, I can see. So, let me put this back here.
Yeah.
So, just up there.
That's it. Yeah. Now you may need a different screwdriver to your area, because I don't think it'll go in.
No. Okie doke. I have got
Hachette.
the
Yeah.
Hachette one. I'm not sure. I remember it not being very good for this, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to put a bit of oil on this. Oh no, because it's plastic, isn't it?
It's plastic, yeah. IP.
Oh yeah, that's right. My hand's right in the way. There we go. No, that works really well.
Lovely.
Okay. One, and then there's another one
Right in the bottom corner, yeah.
down. It's a bit blurry again, but right down in just there.
Yeah, we can see it, yeah. As long as you can see it.
I can see it, yeah. So I'm going to have to move the camera while I get this in. Okay. Okay, that's it.
Excellent. Now, don't move the bus from where it is, because obviously the next section along, which is step 8, finally fix the left rear wheel arch 31A to the left side wall 50A with a JP screw, and repeat to fix the right wheel arch 31B to the right wall side 50C with a JP screw inset above.
Right.
Right at the top of the wheels. There we go. Through there, that's it. Into there.
So that's going to be quite tight, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know whether your Aria can do it or not. I can't remember.
At an angle. I think I'm going to need to use a thin one because it's
too much of an angle, yeah.
Wow.
It's a shame they didn't suggest just leaving the hubcaps off, so basically you have the choice of moving the wheel and then put that screw in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can... No, I need to get a bigger, longer screwdriver. I'm wondering if my R2D2 one.
Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's in.
And then obviously the same the other side.
Okay. So I'm just going to have to turn this bus round. Oh dear. So we are going into
there, yeah.
hopefully. I'm going to start off with a small one, get it started. Mm-hmm. And that's in.
Lovely. And you have finished issue 65.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, brilliant.
because the next step is the finished views.
So that took, well, by the time we finished talking and stuff, probably maybe 35 minutes or so.
Yeah, I would have said. Yeah, you've done
Yep.
really double quick time, really. That's the one, finished views.
Brilliant.
So, and have you got next week's issue on there? Or next issue, 66?
Right, next.
On the,
Back page information.
yeah,
Yes.
back page information.
Right, 1 second. Right. Right.
I've got it, I can read it out if you like.
There we go.
Okay, so the platform and stair assembly is fitted to the back of the bus and cables are connected to the circuit board.
Oh.
How do you feel, Horlicks?
Yeah, I like playing with electrics. I just hope everything's going to
Work.
fit. So yeah, brilliant. Okay, so I'll bring this
So
all.
what do you think of that then?
Yeah,
So,
really good. I'm pleased that that's come.
Okay, when you open your bonnet, here's a little tip for you. In the windscreen side, in the cab side wall, where the bonnet rubs up to,
Yeah.
there is a little screw, a little tiny screw in the window frame.
Yeah.
You may have to remove that little screw because sometimes the bonnet catches on that.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have to be very careful with the bonnet catch as well and the hinges.
It does sort of work, but you just got to sort of remember to just pull it over slightly.
Pull it to the right a little bit, yes. Yeah.
But I think once it's being displayed, I mean, it's not like this is going to be open and close every 2 minutes. So I will probably display it open, perhaps.
Yeah.
But that seems to be okay.
Yeah, lovely.
And it's locked.
Lovely. Excellent. So I've nothing else to add on this issue, have you, Adrian?
No, I think you said it all, Dave. You're nice.
Okay, well, what I can say is it now looks absolutely fabulous. It's all together now. Well, it's nearly all together, shall we say?
Really, yeah.
So, do you fancy going for issue 66 then?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to grab a wipe because I've just noticed the driver's seat is really dusty.
Yeah, keep your bus nice and clean for the next driver to come along.
Yeah. Dust everywhere. Cool. No, I'm happy with that. It's a bit better.
Well, for issue 66 then, Horlicks, you're obviously going to need your bus again, because here's issue 66. Or clickety-click, as we used to call it in bingo.
Right. I'll just get this open.
So, issue 66 of Build the Classic Routemaster. We're going to be fitting the platform and connecting cables. In this issue, the platform is fitted to the rear of the bus. Cables are connected to the circuit board that is under the stairs. The seat parts are supplied with this issue, will be assembled later.
Okay, so what I've just done is, I'll bring you back to me. I have, again, I'm guessing we're not going to need this, well, as you said in this issue, we'll be assembling these later. So I've just written 66 on the top.
Jolly good.
Just in case. And then obviously the same with the last issue.
Yeah.
I wrote 65 on there.
Excellent. You're so well organised, Horlicks. You put us all to shame, you really do.
So yeah, again, we've got, looks like everything's complete and in good nick. There's 4 seats, all the cushions, and I've got 4 bases and another big pack of JP screws in there.
Yeah, excellent job. Okay, so obviously in the little red circle there in the parts, it says instructions for assembling the parts supplied in this issue will appear in issue 68. For this issue, you'll need 4 black FM screws and 4 black JP screws supplied in issue 64.
Okay, and again, they are all in here. I've got FM up here, and I've got some more JP in there.
So 4 black FM and 4 black JP.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
So when you're ready, we'll begin.
Yes.
Okay, so little red circles step first, and it's on step 1, and it says if you have fixed the pearl 62B to the rear platform, see issue 62, remove it before fixing to the platform to avoid damaging the pearl. And then it says in step 1, locate the rear platform and stairs assembly to the rear wall of the bus. There are 4 tabs on the underside of the rear platform, 58A, which fit into the recesses of the rear chassis frame, 16A. So we had to, on ours, because we've got foam blocks, we actually had our bus upside down or sat on foam blocks.
Right.
But I'm not sure whether this step can be done with the bus on its side. So you'll have to experiment maybe, and if you've got something to put under the side of the bus, just to take the side off the deck, you may be able to do it that way.
I've not really got...
So if you've got a couple of magazines to lay it on, for instance.
I've got a box file. That might work.
That might work, yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I was thinking of, yeah.
But this camera's not long enough.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. That'll do there.
That'll do.
So I take it you've got all the stairs assembled.
So that's here. I've actually taken the pole to the side there.
Aha.
I've written on there NP screw, so I know.
Yeah, that's for the pearl. Yeah,
bit
that's
like
correct.
what Penny did. So we need to.
So
I'm just.
step 1 and step 2 then are more or less together. Step 2 would be fix the rear platform 58A to the rear chassis frame 16A using 4 black FM screws. So obviously when you get it lined up to the rear there, you need to fix it to the chassis using 4 black FM screws, and obviously using oil as well.
Okay, so this point I've taped the battery box to save it getting damaged. I'm gonna have to remove this, aren't I? Because the wires are sort of going over the.
Just drag it back.
No, I think that's fine from out. We go in the gap.
Yeah, you'll be all right there. Yeah, you'll be okay there, won't you?
That little
okay.
down, that plastic bit will sticks down at the very back of the panel. Basically, make sure the wires in between that little gap there.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine then.
Yeah, you'll be fine with that. It's just your tape might be a little bit in the way, but I don't know. I think you'll be all right. It's just a case of lining it up and getting the 4 screw holes underneath lined up, which may well be a bit of a problem.
Right, so the bottom's lined. I see what you mean. It's a little bit.
Yeah, I had to on one of ours. I had to elongate the holes in the platform bottom when attaching it to the chassis. I had to file slightly one of the holes to get the screw to line up properly. Doesn't look far off at that.
Ah, it's just clicked into place.
That looks superb. Yes. Now, do them holes all line up, Horlicks?
I think so, just about.
Right. So if you can get maybe a couple in to hold it while you manipulate it more into place.
Okay, so it was FM screws for the
FM. Yeah, FM, and they needed just a drop of oil.
Okay.
I'm now at the point where I want to come and hold it in place for you now, so you can. Several hundred miles in between us.
Right, if that's thread started, move on to the next one.
Yeah, that started. And then I'm going to go to the bottom now.
Because this is very difficult to line up, or mine was.
Just checking that my plastic parts are still in their pegs, which they are.
Jolly good.
Well, that's 2 in. Now we're going to go back to the top one. Oh, sorry, the next one down from the top. Yep, that's in. And then
Wow.
one more. Hopefully. Yeah, that one's in.
Horlicks, you are so lucky. Took me an hour to do that on one of our buses.
Oh dear.
And obviously they go nice and tight.
There we go.
Excellent job. Excellent. Well done. So, step 3 then. Oh, what's that passing the house? That's a big sprayer. Right, so step 3. And step 3 is fix the right side wall 50C to the stair section 61A and the staircase structure 59D using 4 black JP screws.
Right. So, I think for this, I'll put it back on its wheels.
Yeah.
So, let me just change the camera before I do that. I'm just trying to be careful not to move this. So we're working over here.
Yeah.
So JP screws.
4 black JP screws.
So we've got 2 holes here.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
One. I'm just going to do them loose, so there's obviously room to move. And then we've got the 2 raised holes just here.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Perfect. So I'm just going to tighten them up. A tiny bit, bearing in mind it's plastic.
Yeah.
That'll do. There we go.
Excellent job. So, step 4 then. And this is where you'll like it. Step 4, the next step is to fit all the cables to the circuit board 59A. On the right hand side of the bus under the stairs, fit the cable labelled D, part 43D, into the socket labelled D on the circuit board. The D label on the circuit board is circled in red. Fix the cable labelled P 58B attached to the battery box to the socket labelled B. And you're doing exactly how I do it now. Line it on its side so that you can actually get to all your cables.
Okay, I'm just wondering now.
What have you noticed?
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It's this extra C cable I've got here. I was worried about my mod. I thought I'd trap the wire underneath the frame, but it's here.
Right. Okay. Jolly good.
Because I'm thinking I'm going to have to do this. Do I need to do this now or?
Yeah, I think so.
And you did the mod, didn't you, Dave? Do you know what wire you attached this to?
I attached my mod to the front near side headlight.
So basically, you connect the two C cables together.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to need to...
I cut into the wiring loom on mine.
You could always leave that later. Do the main one. I don't think. Do we test any electrics on this issue? No, I don't think we did we? No.
No, not on this issue.
So I need to...
You could leave C wire later, connect that one up unless you can actually get a plug and two little sockets and solder that together. Then you can then link it together to the motherboard.
Yeah, I suppose I can pull this back out and do that at a later date off camera or something. So what I'll do, I think this one's the original C cable because it's shorter. I think this is my mod wire here. So I will confirm that before I start cutting anything.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there because the C cable, a bit later on in the issues, we do get an extension. Am I right, Adrian?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Actually, so in that case, I won't need the extension because if I do this, if I cut these right up to this plug, both of them, I'm going to have to join them both together and then I can resolder this bit back on and that's already extended it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'll have a play with that later off stream. So yeah. Okay. So sorry, let's...
I could hear voices.
With this blue and white.
I could hear some voices.
Oh yeah, I think there's someone knocking on the door selling antibac wipes.
All right. Okay. So it's the D cable, and the D goes into the D socket on the circuit board.
And the little nodules go to the left on the side of the plug.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's that in.
So step 5, and in the little red circle it says, you may find it helpful to use tweezers when connecting the cables. Well, they could have told that in step 4, couldn't they?
Yeah.
So
that's really tight, but I don't suspect that's a problem.
No, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Is that so step 5 then is fit cable B at 38N into the socket labeled B on the circuit board, and that is above right, top
The
right.
nodules go to the right on the plug.
Oh, hang on, I need to do the battery.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, forgot about that. So that's bottom left P.
Nodules go at the bottom of the plug.
Your camera's stuck, Horlicks. Horlicks. Your camera's stuck. Lost connection, have we?
At the moment, I think we're both talking. Can you hear me, Dave?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh.
Oh. Well, I think he's probably lost internet connection probably at the moment.
Lost internet, yeah. So we'll have to just sit and chat for a few minutes and see if we can enter back to the stream. Hopefully you can. Horlicks, if you can hear us, try and enter back to the stream if you can, and then we'll take it from there. For those of you watching, sorry about that. The stream has suddenly cut the internet from Horlicks. We're watching Horlicks build the Classic Routemaster on issue 66, and it's just sorting out some wiring. And all of a sudden, we've lost live stream from Horlicks. Here he is. Here he is.
I don't know what happened there. It all went blank. Okay, I'm back. So, where was I? Yeah, so I'm just about to attach the battery box, which is P.
Yeah, bottom left.
Hopefully it'll hold
And
out.
the nodules go downwards.
Done.
Excellent. So then we're going. Forgot where we are now. We're going.
Step 5.
Step 5.
To do,
fit B cable at 38N into the socket labelled B on the circuit board, and that's top right.
Okay, yeah.
and nodules on that one go to the right of it.
Right, yeah. Done.
Okay, step 6 then is fit K cable into the socket labelled K on the circuit board, and that's center right.
Okay, and then again.
The nodules on that goes to the right of it.
There we go. There's quite a lot of excess on this. I assume that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Step 7, I believe. Yeah, step 7, sorry. Fit cable A, 38M into the socket labelled A on the circuit board. And that's top right.
That just goes above K. Nodules on that one goes upwards.
Lovely, thank you. This is tight, this one. I don't know if there's enough length.
Cable A.
Oh yeah, no, just about. It's tight, but it's in.
One of these cables, we got a notification in the magazine, and I think it was this magazine we got the notification in for one of these cables. I think it was too short, and I think it's cable C. Anyway, so step 8. Step 8 is fit cable E cable in 37D into the socket labelled E on the circuit board, and that's bottom right below K.
Yes, that's correct. And the nodules go downwards.
Lovely, yeah, thank you very much. Oh, come on.
Be a bit fiddly, this one.
Okay.
And lastly, it's cable C. Now, as I was saying, I think we had a notification in this magazine that cable C is actually too short to go into C on the circuit board. which is top.
So when you plug it, you're going to need to unplug it. So don't you want to leave that one off?
Well, actually, that's gone in fine. I've got enough flex there.
Right. Didn't you want to leave that one out there?
But yeah, I do need to because I still need to attach the mod.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to unsolder them and attach them together.
Yeah. So I would put a bit of tape of them together then.
Yep. Right. Let me get my electrical tape out, my favourite.
Yeah.
I need to get some different coloured ones.
Yeah. Oh, and I think the next step is the finished views. And the body of the bus is now fitted to the chassis frame, and the stairs and platform are attached to the back of the bus. The cables have been connected to the circuit board under the stairs. Right. Well done.
So, what I would like to know is, if I put batteries in this, will it do anything at this stage? I know it hasn't told us to. Or do we test things in a future issue?
Yeah, we test things in a future issue.
Okay, I'll wait then. Brilliant. So, let me just turn this up. So we've got...
If you want to go a little bit further, you can do. Let's have a look at what's coming in issue 67, shall we? Wow.
There we go.
Wow. That's taken on a whole new meaning now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to have this connected.
Yeah.
And then all this secure and yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually really enjoyed doing this again and picking this up. So
excellent. Really
yeah.
Good. Excellent.
So we're looking at
issue 67 of the Routmaster, and it's a figurine of a football fan on his way to watch the World Cup in 1966, of course.
Okay.
Do you have the figure?
Yeah, let's work that out. So I've got a little stack of them. That's the other thing. I need to think about where I'm going to place these. And I need to find something. I think we've had this discussion, but it's slipped my mind.
Yeah.
What are you doing in regards to securing these into your models?
Right.
Figures downstairs. You'll get in later issues some sticky double-sided pads to stick the figures what's going downstairs onto the seats.
Right.
Upstairs, you don't get any, and they forget to tell you to put them in when you fix the roof on.
That's correct. I've actually personally used super glue at Horlicks, and that's because obviously our models are going to be transported sometimes out and about, and so I don't want our models coming loose or anything. So we placed our figurines downstairs to where we thought we wanted them, and we sorted them out for the upper deck and the lower deck, and we said, right, that's it, we'll have them in them positions. And both me and Chris have positioned them in different positions, and we've super glued them down. Okay, so yeah, that's the football fan. He's got his England flag and his his British flag and his England scarf.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they look rather good.
The seats they show us in the image is one of the back seats above the wheel arch.
Yeah, it is. In fact, that's where mine is. Mine's sat above the rear wheel arch.
So I think I might do what you've done, Dave, because I'm not planning to move these figures or do anything with them. So I might just add a little bit of super glue, because once they're in place, they're in place.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't physically get your hands in and move them around.
I mean, have you got to the stage, Adrian, where you've actually used your sticky pads yet?
No.
No. Okay. So, because sometimes over time they get a bit weak and start wobbling about, and as you said, Dave, especially if you're moving it around to display them at different, different venues and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you're going to want. So, I might just adopt that. I might just use super glue a little bit. You only need the tiniest little bit.
Yeah.
Then they're not going anywhere. So that will go up on my shelf. I've left them all in the packets for now.
Yeah.
So I've got a little stack up there. So that'll just go on top with the other figurines.
Jolly good. Yeah, because obviously we do get to put them in a bit later on, and in fact, I think it's quite a bit later on. But we do put the bottom deck in.
That issue 90,
93 was it?
93, I think it is.
93, yeah, I think it was. Or 96, 93 or 96. Can't remember which.
I think I've got that far. I've got so many issues.
Right.
Let me just see which one I've got up to.
Would you like to go a little bit further? Would you like to go?
I've got up to issue 90.
All right. Okay.
I've got up to issue 90 in my box.
Okay. So, if I can have a 5-minute break, I can go find my other issues and help you out a bit more up to whatever.
Okay.
So if you want,
is 68 doing all of the seats?
68. I do believe you're doing the seats. Yeah. If you want to put that up on screen, 68.
I haven't got that issue organised.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's call it that then, and then perhaps I don't know. Are either of you available tomorrow at the same time for an hour?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can be. Yeah.
And then. Because then it'd be a bit more organised. I've labelled it up as the 3 issues. I would love to carry on, but the thing I can come back on a little bit later on, perhaps, if you're free this evening. Who's streaming tonight? It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Chris Davis tonight.
Chris Davis.
He's on at 8 o'clock, isn't he?
8 o'clock, yeah.
So maybe, depending on what you two are doing, perhaps I could come back on at 5 for an hour.
I can't because Christine's going to want the computer.
Oh, okay. No worries. We'll sort something out. There'll be a notification up anyway. I can sort that out between you when's the best time to do it. So
okay.
No, we'll leave it at that for now. And then obviously we can get the digital copies when Adrian's well, I need to give him a bit of notice to do that. So yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. I put them up from Google Drive and I actually use straight on my computer. Basically, I just need to download them back down again.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No. All right. Yeah. We'll do tomorrow. But I'm not sure what time. I'll sort that out, and then you'll on my YouTubers you'll get a notification, but a little bit beforehand. So
excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for your help. Thanks for it being last minute. I'm really pleased that this bit's done because I was actually dreading it, but actually it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I could just be a lucky one, but that was really good advice about taking the back wall off because otherwise that would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, really happy, really enjoyed being back, really enjoyed doing some more on this.
Excellent.
And now full steam ahead. I need to crack on and get all this box empty in the next week or two. So mission for myself. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. And if you're not here for any reason, it's the middle of the day, so you may all be enjoying the sun in the garden. But you'll be able to catch up with this and say hopefully I'll be back. Well, I'll be back tomorrow at some point for another live stream.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, so yeah, that's so from me. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'm going to pass you through to everyone else to say their goodbyes. So, if I
So, thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Give Horlicks a nice good thumbs up. It's brilliant to have him back, and didn't he do well on his bus? Really was cracking. He really has made an excellent jump back into the streaming again. So, thank you for watching, and see you next time around.
Thank you, Dave. I think you said everything perfectly what I was about to say. Thank you all for watching, and please give a thumbs up for Horlicks. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, please subscribe and hit the bell notification.
Lovely, thank you, Adrian. So yeah, that's it from me. Until tomorrow, we'll have another a live stream and get some more of this bus built. So for now, take care, goodbye, and stay safe.